In today's video, we are diving into one of the creepiest neighborhood horror stories you'll ever hear. It's the kind of story that makes you wonder if you really know the people living next door. A story about strange noises, a locked basement, and a secret that should have stayed buried forever. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more terrifying horror stories every week. Your support helps this channel grow, and you never know which story might become your next nightmare. Now, turn off the lights, get comfortable, and let's begin. When I was 16, my family moved into an old house at the edge of a quiet neighborhood. The place was cheap, the streets were empty, and everyone seemed friendly. Everyone, except our next-door neighbor. His name was Mr. Harlow. He was an older man who lived alone in a large, run-down house that looked like it hadn't been repaired in decades. The grass was always overgrown. The windows were always covered. And every single night, around exactly 2 a.m., a strange metallic banging would come from beneath his house. My parents said it was probably an old furnace. I wanted to believe them. But one night, while taking out the trash, I looked over at Mr. Harlow's property. I swear I saw someone standing behind the basement window. A pale face, completely still, watching me. The next morning, I asked Mr. Harlow if he had family staying with him. He looked confused. Then he smiled. A slow, unsettling smile. "No," he said. "It's just me." After that, I tried to ignore it. But every night, the noises continued. Bang, bang, scrape, then silence. Sometimes I could hear what sounded like footsteps coming from underground. One Saturday afternoon, my parents went out shopping, leaving me home alone. I was sitting in the living room when I heard shouting outside. I looked through the window and saw Mr. Harlow struggling to carry heavy boxes into his basement. As he opened the cellar doors, I caught a quick glimpse inside. There was a staircase leading down into complete darkness. Then I saw it. A hand. A human hand. It disappeared before I could get a better look. Mr. Harlow looked up and noticed me staring. For several seconds, neither of us moved. Then he slowly closed the basement doors. That night, I couldn't sleep. Around 1:45 a.m., the metallic banging started again. But this time there was something else. A voice. Very faint. It sounded like someone whispering, "Help me." I sat up in bed. I heard it again. "Please, help me." I ran to my parents' room, but they said I was imagining things. They told me to go back to sleep. I didn't. The next day, I called my best friend and told him everything. He thought I was crazy. Until that evening, when he came over and heard the noises himself. We decided to do something incredibly stupid. We were going to sneak into Mr. Harlow's basement. Just after midnight, we climbed the fence between our yards. The entire neighborhood was silent. No lights. No cars. Nothing. We slowly walked toward the cellar doors. They were unlocked. My friend looked at me. "Are you sure about this?" I wasn't. But I opened the door anyway. The smell hit us immediately. Damp earth. Rotting wood. And something else. Something horrible. We turned on our phone flashlights and started down the stairs. The basement was much larger than it should have been. The walls were made of old stone, and rusted pipes ran across the ceiling. At the far end of the room, we saw dozens of old shelves stacked with dusty jars and boxes. But what caught my attention was a long hallway that disappeared into the darkness. Then we heard it. A whisper. "Help!" It came from the hallway. We looked at each other. Neither of us wanted to keep going. But curiosity got the better of us. We walked deeper into the basement. The whispering became louder. Then we reached a heavy wooden door. There were deep scratch marks covering the outside, like someone had been trying to claw their way out. My friend grabbed the handle. It was locked. Then, from the other side of the door, we heard 3 slow knocks. Knock, Knock. Knock. We both jumped back. Then a voice spoke, very quietly. "Don't leave me down here." My friend whispered, "Call the police." I pulled out my phone. No signal. Not one bar. Suddenly, we heard a loud creak behind us. We turned around. Mr. Harlow was standing at the top of the basement stairs. He wasn't angry. He wasn't shouting. He was just staring at us. Then he smiled. "You weren't supposed to see this." The basement door slammed shut. The lights went out. For a few seconds, we stood there in complete darkness. Then we heard footsteps. Not one pair. Several. Moving somewhere in the basement around us. Slowly. Getting closer. My friend grabbed my arm and started pulling me toward the stairs. We ran. As we reached the top, we realized the basement door had somehow opened again. We burst outside and didn't stop running until we reached my house. My parents called the police. They searched Mr. Harlow's property the next morning. The basement was empty. No hallway. No wooden door. No shelves. Nothing. Just an old furnace and a few boxes. The officers thought we had made the whole thing up. Then one of them noticed something strange. Deep scratches on the inside of the basement door, as if someone had been trapped underneath, trying to get out. A week later, Mr. Harlow's house went up for sale. The moving trucks arrived, and by the end of the day, he was gone. Nobody in the neighborhood ever saw him again. But that's not the part that still scares me. A month after he disappeared, I was helping my dad clean out our garage. Behind a pile of old boxes, I found a small glass jar. Inside, it was a folded piece of paper. I opened it. Written in shaky handwriting were 5 words. I escaped. He's next door. I looked at the address written beneath the message. It wasn't Mr. Harlow's house. It was ours. If this story gave you chills, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for more terrifying horror stories every week. And remember, the people living next door might know more about you than you know about them.